How you doing, everybody? Icy here. Recently, read an article where Representative Jamie Raskin was speaking about that should President Trump get reelected in office this coming November, that the Democrats should declare martial law so that they could remain in power. I find that interesting, considering that is the exact same thing that they are trying to claim that Donald Trump is going to do when he gets reelected, that he is going to use the power of the federal government to target individuals, which is basically what martial law is, which is that they will impose curfews on people being out on the street. The military will be patrolling the streets along with the police. So, should they declare martial law, I'm afraid that would be the catalyst for an actual civil uprising throughout the entire country, because the Democrats are claiming that Trump is contesting the election and this and that, but if they lose, they're going to declare martial law. That right there tells you that it's all about their control of power over the people and not having an honest election, which is kind of why they're using Kamala Harris, because, think about it. She was never selected by the people. Joe Biden won the primary. Who he selects as his running mate, his vice president, that's his choice. That is not the choice of the voters. They're voting for the president, not for the vice president. So that right there is disturbing at best. Now, so we got Jamie Raskin wanting to get Democrats to declare martial law. You have a lot of people were upset with President Biden because he was late for that rally due to his being with Joe Rogan for 3 hours. But you can't control air travel, and you can't control things that are out of your hands. So I feel sorry for the people that had to leave, but things happen. Get over it, okay? What else should we talk about? Well, let's see. We got a lot of people that are upset that a Biden-appointed judge in the state of Virginia, or in that area, is telling the state of Virginia they have to reinstate, 1,600 illegals, non-citizens, and put them back on the voter rolls. Well, number one, if you are a federal judge, you know the law. Only U.S. citizens can vote in an election. So the simple fact that you're going to sit there and say, put non-citizens on the voter rolls, shows that you have a blatant disregard for the law, and you should be immediately removed from the bench. But that's my opinion. Those of you that are listening to my words, if you actually agree with it, if you live in the state where this person is, I would suggest getting petitions signed and complain to your elected representatives that this blatant disregard for federal law, for the Constitution, for the rights of the citizens, should automatically disqualify anyone from sitting on the bench within the United States. But that's my opinion. Take it or leave it. That's how I feel. Now, what else do we have to talk about? Oh, God. We're actually having early voting in New York State. That's a shocker. I've never heard of it before. But I'll wait until Super Tuesday. I'll go ahead and vote on, Election Day, like I always have for all these years. But here's the thing. And again, this is my opinion, but it's kind of backed up. People that want to do mail-in ballots, that want to mail their vote in. Why? Are you sitting at home too lazy to get in the car and drive down and cast your vote? Your vote? It makes no sense to me, because I was raised that an absentee ballot, a mail-in ballot, was for active duty military personnel that are not residing within their home states, for persons that are living overseas that are U.S. citizens and they requested a ballot prior to leaving the United States. And it's also for persons that are incapable physically of going to vote. That would be persons in a hospital, persons that are bound up in a wheelchair or something like that. Excuse me. So, if you're too lazy to vote, don't vote. For me, that's my opinion, but don't vote, because it shows that you really don't care about the actual election process. You're just, I'm just filling in a thing, I'm just going to mail it in, it's not a big deal. But it is a big deal. And here's why. If you do not honestly know what the candidate stands for, and I don't mean generalities. Like, I've been listening to Vice President Kamala Harris for months now, and I still cannot understand any of her, policies. Generalities, well, we're going to do this. Everybody can say they're going to do something, but how are you going to do it? Give me specifics. How are you going to reduce the illegals crossing the border? Saying that you're going to provide technology doesn't answer a question. Say that you're going to hire more border agents to process illegals does not fix the problem. You have to secure the border. You have to prevent the illegals from coming in. I was just watching a video of a gentleman who was doing a tour of New York State, and he was speaking to one of the sheriffs up on the U.S.-Canadian border. And the man told us that just there, in that one area, his county, they were getting 500 illegals a month coming through. That's a lot of people coming across from Canada that aren't even being processed. So, if you can't, and we're talking, 20 million illegals came across the southern border thanks to the Biden administration, but that also includes the people that are flying in illegally that they're not supposed to. And they have, because in 2020, they are actually, no, I stand corrected, it was 2021. They were flying illegals into Orange County, New York's airport in the town of Montgomery. And they were having buses grab the illegals, and then they were taking them to different locations, like the city of Newburgh, city of Poughkeepsie, So they're definitely flying illegals into different parts of the country. That right there does not solve a problem. That creates more problems. But based upon who's in charge at the present time, they don't care. Now here's another one. Merrick Garland, the Attorney General for the United States. Now, like I had said earlier, you had this judge in Virginia that wants 1,600 illegals put back onto the voter rolls. Well, Merrick Garland, who's the Attorney General, is supposed to enforce the laws of the United States, and he's actually targeting people that are trying to prevent illegals from being on the ballots. That right there is a conflict of interest and is also warrants his removal from office. But Democrats won't do that because this is what Democrats want. They want total and absolute control over our lives, which is why they're constantly wanting to hire more people to work for the federal government. You don't need 87,000 IRS agents. That's pointless. You need 87,000 Border Patrol agents. That makes sense. But you're not going to get sense out of this administration. And to be honest, we need President Trump to get back into office. And I can't wait to see it happen because I love my country. I dedicate my entire life to working for this country, both in the military and retired from there, and also working for a highway department where I was serving the public. I don't want to see this country go to hell, and it currently is going to hell. Icy out.